Alright, good morning, good morning. Welcome back for some more Tomb Raider. Where was the thingy? There we go. Alright, so welcome back for some more Tomb Raider. Last week's stream was a bit iffy because Twitch kept disconnecting. That was not a fun stream. We went past Barkung, which was extremely interesting because that was a version of Barkung before they made the monks friendly. So it was built around the monks being enemies, which means that most of the time you had the goons and the monks in separate rooms so they did not meet each other because they were not capable of attacking each other. They were just coded as enemies. So very interesting take on that level. And we had just finished Barkung. So we have Catacombs, Ice Palace, Xian, Floating Islands, the Dragon level, and the Home Sweet Home. Still quite a few levels, actually. That still works. So textures aren't working properly again, as they were kind of broken in Barkung. So let's see if we have any surprises in this level. Can I please? I haven't had any surprises in terms of secret locations so far. Everything is final. All the secrets are there, and all the secrets are where they are in final. So yeah, really no surprises there so far. Quick save this. Let's see if the Yetis work. I haven't had any massive surprises in terms of whether enemies work or not, either. Aside from the monks being hostiles. Right, Yetis are also ready. No surprise there. There's a transparent pixel at the bottom left of that ladder texture, which is pretty visible, at least at this resolution. I am playing at double resolution, so a lot of those little texture issues are not going to be quite visible if you play that on an actual PlayStation. Quick save. Just a fire I'm hearing here. Not sure what fire is anywhere near here. Right, no surprise either. Enemy spawning up here. They made a number on me. Wasn't trying very hard either. Now, please. Alright, so that's out of ammo. Okay, there should be Yeti spawning at the back if I go anywhere near that. No, it wasn't Yeti, it was leopards. Can you even climb here? You can. Does that give you anything? I never go up here. Guess that's a not. That might be the intended way of getting here, actually. Usually I just go here and jump around the slope, but that might be the intended way to do that. I never paid attention to that. Alright, so we should have a view of the next level here. I wonder if that's still... Yeah, that's still the case. No big surprise here either. Hi, boulder. Okay, I probably need to disable the boulder first, which is something you do not need to worry about when you're coming from the slope. That's what I get for trying to play Dev Intended. What do we have nearby that has a fire? Kinda want to actually check that in TerraView because I'm hearing that from really far away. Catacomb. Guess it's just this, actually. And we're partially clipping into that room, actually. Which is a bit interesting. Doesn't usually happen. No paid attention, but yeah. We are actually really close to that. Interesting that the fire is activated by default as well. Nope. I thought I would be able to catch that. Probably have a save earlier than this. Yeah, just do that. And so, please, there you go. Full screen again. I missed the square of them spawning. Oh, it's here. There you go. Nice single pickup here. Managed to get them both to die at the same place. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, so that triggers a flip map, empties the pool. Bit of force damage here. No surprises so far. Right. Right, no surprises here either. This is all final. Well, we are missing some leopards here, I believe, unless they spawn a bit later. Oh, there they are. They might spawn. They spawn earlier in final, I'm pretty sure. So they moved the spawn point basically. Can see the hammer under the ice here. Cocoons have spawned. Didn't check what's the name of the level. Italian Sea. So it looked like they did not need a lot of iterations to get this finish. There should be a second goon here. I'm missing a goon, I think. Big lag in this room. Is that a ladder? Because that's a ladder texture. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, big lag here. There should be nades up here. Keeps going up, but you can't do anything with that. Just because ladder just keeps going up because that's how the engine works. When you put a ladder, it has to go the entire way up and down the wall it's put on. How many flares do I have? Not even 3 digits. That block is very bright. Oh, that's interesting. They only flip mapped the main room here, so that means behind those bars is still dark. That's a bit weird. So I can't see shit. Oh, hello. Should be ammo in one of those cages. Yeah, there's ammo here. Going to be using Uzis for quite a bit. Well, you can't really miss that block. I assume the lighting here must have been fixed before release, but I don't know how it actually looked like on final PlayStation. I would just assume. So that's going to spawn a whole bunch of dudes. Should probably just M16 this. I do have quite a bit of M16. Should heal as well. There should be more. Okay, they definitely added more enemies in this level than there is in this version between now and final. Because that's like 2 dudes were missing, at least. Here. There should be a switch across the room here, which I'm not seeing, but which is there for the next level. When we come back here in the next level. I don't see it, but it's possible it already was. It also wasn't there in final. Let me check that. Yeah, no. Switch is also not here in final. So basically you come back to this section which is copy-pasted in the next level, and there's a switch here. And it wasn't included in this version of the room. And that's already the case in final. It's possible that's actually something they did it on purpose to not confuse people that would see a switch and try to get to it. And waste time because they can't actually do that in this level. It's for the next level. So that might very much be on purpose. Can I climb this? No, I can't. Right, no big surprise here either. Yep, can I please? Thank you. Oh. Is that higher up in final? Or am I imagining things again? No, I am imagining things again. Same geometry. Wrong, wrong thing. I was checking this. Yeah, it's the same, same geometry. Oh, okay, this... No, wait, I'm back. I'm an idiot. I was going to say this is different. No, this not. I'm just not on the right side of the arch here. Secret up here? Ah, please. Let me save this. Because can very well fuck up the jump on top of the ladder. But yeah, aside from the enemy placement, this is final. Nothing different in this level. Yeah, this is exactly what I was afraid of. I'm bad at that jump. Can I perhaps do this? Never tried. And get on that slope and see what that gets me. Yeah, that works. That's a lot simpler than doing a backflip and hoping you're on the right height. Go. Might be missing a switch texture here on the wall, otherwise no surprise. the lag in this room. Okay, so you assume it's still trapped with a bunch of enemies down here. Let me save. We'll have a look. There should be leopards down here. Yep. They do reward you with some clips here. You have a switch that opens the doors on the side. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? It's my health. I don't think you ever can go on top of those platforms. It's in the next room that we can climb to get the last secret, right? Yeah. Got all the secrets, right? Yeah. Yeah, really no surprise here. That's a short level as well. Oh, okay, this is in a different placement. The bell is right in front of you in final. Icecave.tr2. You start here, and yeah, the bell is right in front of you. Here you have a column and the bell here in this version. Although this room also intersects with the next one. There we go. You assume I can still climb back up if I want to. There's not really any reason to. This room hasn't changed. The trampolines are different. I think it doesn't have two trampolines here. Come back here. It only has one. Yeah, there's only one. This trampoline has been removed. Otherwise, that seems to be the same. What version of the map is this? iSpace I. Jesus Christ, they've made a lot of iterations of this. If I'm right, and those are version numbers. Quick save this. Because I do not trust. Missing the sound. Oof. Oh, hello. That actually works. Yeah, they probably removed the tile here because it's a lot easier to get stuck on the trampoline if you do that. Not quite. Loud noises. You can do this, right? Yeah, that also works. Fleet map. The secret behind this block. That's a nasty one if you don't actually know that it's here. Because it is well hidden. Even with the rendering issues you can have on PlayStation, this is actually really well hidden. Isn't this Jade in... No, Jade is the one at the end, I think. So that's supposed to be gold. That's fine. That's correct. I think. Having the trapdoor right behind where you... right next to the switch, so you immediately see what that does. It is good level design. Then you have to figure out what actually is the point, but still. Yeah, missing the sound for the trampolines, but they're working as final. Nope. How do I get this one properly again? Do I just jump on it, maybe? Yeah, that's actually too far. Let me just try this again. Okay, that's better. Need to stop right before. The bell is deeper inside the room here. They probably moved it further forward in final, so it's easier to see from this side. Because here it's a square inside. Also best viewers. Pop. In final, I believe this bell is, yeah. No, actually it's the same. I thought it was here. No, it's exactly the same. Again, I'm imagining things. Not the first time, won't be the last. Right. So I was expecting the later levels would be in much further away from final than the early levels, but apparently I'm wrong. Because this is This is ready. So far. Oh shit. Okay, that one's on me. That one's on me. Let's try this again. We'll see if the chicken still works as intended. And if the FMVs with the truck at the end is still there as well. Not much to see behind here. Come over here. Okay, I'm curious. In Final, the tile where the item is actually what opens the door. So I'm curious if the door is open now. Where's the door? No, the door is here, yeah. So that was already the case. I will go grab the mask again, but theoretically that can be a soft lock. Turns out you can actually skip needing the mask anyway by just jumping above the balcony. Words are hard. But Dev intended that would actually be a soft lock. You could get on this tile, not grab the mask, continue, and be stuck in the dark room afterwards. Turns out you don't actually need the mask anyway. And that's a little bit of failed level design here. No surprise there. Shouldn't there be a dude here? Up here. And also a pickup. I think we're missing a couple things here. Okay, where are we? Yeah, there's a pickup here. Large med bag, that's missing. And there is a dude here. That's also missing. Okay. No big deal, but that's a thing. Alright, that's still correct. Okay, we're also missing the enemies down here. So they added those later. And I think there's also a pickup somewhere in here that they probably haven't added yet. So you put the masks here, which opens the gate on top of the bridge. Which we can work without. Because you can jump on top of the balcony. Should be... We're also missing a pickup here, I believe. Yep. There's a med pack here. In final. And the flares here, which I need to remember to pick up. Yeah, they removed that part of the geometry. No surprise here. And the inside of this room. And behind this tunnel as well. In order to fit both maps. So I do wonder if at some point in development this was a single map and they cut it into two at some point. It's pretty similar to how City of Kamun, Obelisk of Kamun work, where you kind of come back into previous rooms of the previous level. Clearly, if they tried to make this into one level, that was way before this version. Can I please? Thank you. So if you fall here at this point, geometry has been changed so you can climb back here. No surprise here. No surprise there. Nothing to see here. Oh. Well, we're kind of not supposed to come back here anyway, but we're missing a texture here. Hi. Something didn't go through the copy pasting properly. No one would notice. Alright. Let's get back to work. Right, so that's the switch I was mentioning earlier. We're probably missing a sound cue here. A music cue. Fishies. Right, so this safe block already exists. The fish still has collision after they're dead because they have a little animation where the tail is trapping like that. So that's the case in final as well. Okay, I'm kind of stuck here. should be spikes on top. Stalactites. Yeah, really close to final here. Nothing specific to report. Should be another dude here. Yep. Oh, hello. Okay, they put a door here in final. I don't remember how the door opens. I guess the door opens when you grab the mallet. I think that's how this goes. This is a soft lock prevention. Here. So basically you have this mallet you need to grab down here. And grabbing this, as you can see, door 1 opens this door, which is here, on top of the steps. And this door does not exist in this version, which means in theory we could continue all the way here and not have the mallet and get soft locked. So that soft lock prevention was not there yet, unless the door is later, unless they put something else later at this point and they move the door closer in final. But yeah, missing this door here. Shouldn't there be a med pack somewhere? That might be missing as well. Hi. Right, the very dramatic avalanche here. Camera hint. Just in case it wasn't quite obvious. Don't think there's anything particular to look at here. Yeah. That door is like the one big change in this level, basically, it looks like. Probably missing a sound, a music cue here as well. Drop a save. You can ladder all the way down to this hole if you want to, because again, the way the ladders are implemented in the game, they have to go all the way up to all the way down. There's nothing at the bottom though, but randomizer can put stuff down there if they want to. Missing a med pack here to make sure you're full health when you try to fall down here. Otherwise, no surprise. Oh, you have a little camera hint that shows you the door getting broken. Which I'm not sure you had in final. Okay, let's not grab the talent quite yet. Let's go get the secret first, which is behind here. Alright, no big surprise here. Oh. How are we going to get out? There's a step here in final. That's not a slope. We might have a bit of an issue here. I'm going to save before I go down there. Because in final, in this room, in front of the ladder, if I can, yeah, there's a step here, which we do not have. That basically removes the slope here. Bit better to see here, or if I do this, you can see there's a step put here, so this part is not sloped when you come from the ladder. Yeah, can't really see anything with the wireframe. Anyway, you see what I mean. So we don't have that here. And that might be a problem. I'm not sure how we're going to get out as a result. So let me just save this before we get stuck down here. Like, let me try to get out. How does this work? Yeah. That's a problem. There might be another place to get out. Maybe the other side of the... Because you can continue going around. Which always... which I always found weird. Maybe they have another place to get out. Should be an interesting twist. Switch is here. Opens this door. Nothing on this side. So let's try to go all the way around. Because yeah, you've got spikes on this side. That's already the case in final. So you want to go around that. I was using a save state. Oh, come on, Nara. It does that when I'm on windowed rather than full screen. If I press Alt, it's going to get stuck in the menus of the emulator. And Nara keeps jumping. Alright. So if I do this... Do we have anything that lets us get out? No. We don't. Huh. Well, that's a bit of an inconvenience, isn't it? I'm actually soft locked on here. As well. Down where the slope is. Camera, please. Which is not the case in final either, because they changed this slope to not like be a slope, it's just standable. So we have a bit of a problem here. I'm going to try again to climb back the ladder, but I think we are soft locked. Unless I can shimmy to somewhere I can climb here, but I don't think so. This slope is probably going to be identical in this prototype. That's a bit of an oversight. Might be able to glitch my way back up. And again, I'm not even sure because it slopes everywhere, so where the hell do I even climb? Let me save state on a different slot. Alright. So how do I do this? If I go all the way up, I don't think that's going to change anything. Yeah, I just hit the ceiling. Oh, this works. Okay. So one step below. That's a bit mean. I'm not surprised they changed that. But it is not a soft lock, at least. There's still a soft lock where the spikes are, though. And that should be all secrets. Yes. So let's go grab the Italian and see what chicken looks like. Can I stand on this? No. Yeah, I can just climb here. The lighting is pulsing here. Oh, yes it is. Okay, I was checking. It is normally. So that's normal. Italian. Chicken. Chicken's here. Trying to grab the items. Is not doing damage to me. Okay, now he is. Does this guy have a signature kill animation? I don't think he does. He might. I don't remember if he does in final. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like. At least in this version it doesn't. I don't think it does in final either. Okay, we don't see him die. So the way this works in final is when you kill him, he has a death animation as all enemies. And X seconds after his death, the level ends. That's a hard-coded trigger, which can be a bit of a surprise if you play randomizer and this guy spawns somewhere else in this level and you kill him. Boom! Immediate level end. Clearly they were missing the few seconds of timer so you see the death animations. Otherwise, works exactly the same way. Okay, the FMV was there. Let's see if it's identical. Expect it would be. That's a tier 1 music, by the way, which you do not hear in Tomb Raider 2 at any point, I don't think. So it's possible that they just fed Tomb Raider 1 music to the people doing the cutscenes completely separately from the main game. And we get back to the Great Wall to open the door of the temple. Right, Xian. Whatever you pronounce that. Don't remember if we have those wooden texture on the side in final. Again, might be imagining things again. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Temple? No. Emperor Tomb, there we go. Yeah, the wooden sticks here, wooden beams on the side are not there in the final texture. So something that changed apparently at some point, for some reason. The texture here are different as well, I think. Yeah, you have brick textures here on the sides, and they're like marble textures in the version I'm playing, which are textures from Tier 1, possibly? From Greece, maybe? Or am I imagining that as well? But yeah, marble textures instead of stone texture on the sides here. Otherwise, pretty much identical. So this is a trapdoor, we're going to fall onto the slopes. And the goal is to come back to this room from this opening. So the entire level is actually contiguous. If you look at the level file in the editor, you can see that you do actually connect back up here. Also, there's the symbol of Xianda up here. But yeah. In this direction because I kind of want to grab the secret. Texture on the walls might be different here as well. The stone textures on the wall here are copy-pasted from Tomb Raider 1. They're the same textures you have in like a Coliseum, for example. Right, so you can jump from here to this slope and then backflip onto the bridge. There's no reason that shouldn't be possible in this version, I'm just not going to try. So there's this ladder here which leads to a med pack. We'll try to see if we can get to that in final, but in final this ladder we see here is actually broken and doesn't work. They fixed that in remaster and made that an achievement. But there's a med pack here you cannot get to without glitches otherwise. In the base Final Tomb Raider 2, not remastered. The sand texture at the bottom is different from Final as well. There's a bunch of texture. The texture set here has been changed at some point. Fishy. Texture on the steps here are different as well. Oh, hello. Should be another one here, shouldn't there? This one. Yeah, the texture are widely different, actually. Yeah, this is where we fall down, and this is where we climb back up. Temple is down here. Yeah, as you can see, the sand texture is different. It's all stone here instead of whatever we have here, which is a lot more ornate and red. So yeah, the texture work has been modified between this version and final, clearly. A lot more red. A lot less subtle, put it that way. Probably helps making this trampoline actually visible, because it kinda is hidden on the floor in this version. Switch texture is different as well. Bridge up here. Hope no one has arachnophobia, because there's going to be a lot of spooders here. Culminating into the giant spooders at the end. Should be a spider here, I believe. Right. Going to reload because missing the ambient sound in this level is a bit annoying. The ambient sound gets disabled every time you pick up a secret. That's just annoying. I want my ambient sound. There we go. Not going to disable the ambient sound as well. Or is it just the secrets that do that? No spooders. I find the lack of spooders concerning. Rip ambient sounds again. I'll save and reload again after that. But if it does that after every music, I'm not going to do it. It is annoying. Develoption E. So not too many revisions on this. There we go. Yeah, again, different texture set. Same as before. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. That one's on me. Where's my last save? Oh, well, when I reloaded earlier. Completely forgot that. Classic. Let's try this again. Just shimmy across here. And the camera hint, that could have saved me. Okay, there should be a switch up here. I go. Not even going to bother grabbing the grenades because honestly, don't particularly care. Never using the grenades anyway. I've been having issues with grenade launcher not actually doing any damage to some enemies, which has been a bit weird. Let's see, store. Okay, we should have the Terracotta Army here. Yep. There's a tiger here in final. Missing sounds for the soldier here. Otherwise, identical. no difference either. Save. Little jump puzzle. Nothing too fancy. There's a bird spawning here in final, I believe. We haven't seen any birds so far. So might be something they added much later. Right, fake switch. Well, not picking up the med pack then. That's how you're going to play this. Just didn't line up properly. Like this room. That texture on the top is texture I haven't seen before either. Golden strip here. Alright, so I remember reading, or well, watching a video here that this place is different and this is actually a push block. Yeah, we'll see why later, but this is completely different from final. That's probably the biggest difference in this level. Oh! That spike is different as well. That spike is not here. Where did I save? Shit. I got had. God damn. Sneaky bastards. Alright, let's see if we can grab the med pack this time. Yeah, too late. I missed stopping at the right position. Oh well. Alright. Music hint might be a way to try to make you use a flare here to spot that this... Actually, you don't even see it with a flare. That this block is movable. I'm not surprised they changed that because that's really nasty. That's really nastily hidden. So basically up here there should be a door, trap door that blocks you. No, there's a different room, I think. I saw that in a YouTube. Hey Laserlove, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Right, this room here is a room that doesn't exist at all in final. So let me show you what you normally have in final. If I can figure out where we are. Let's see. We're up here. This room with the spikes. You get the boulders here. And then you get to the dark room. Completely dark room here with the tiger and the switch. Which then leads you to that room with the rolling spindle, apparently, which leads you back to the top of this whole room here, where the Terracotta Army is. So what we have here instead of this, it is on top of the ladder, same way, but instead of this room, we have this, which I believe actually is Like, I'm not sure you were supposed to do that. I think the way this works... Because basically those are all trapdoors. So if you try to cross this, you just... I'm going to save before demonstrating that. Just try to cross this... trapdoor, and you just die. And so if you try to jump across... Same deal, all of this is trapdoors. And none of the slopes actually get you to the exit, so there's not much you can do here. And the way you're supposed to do that, and I saw that in a YouTube video that someone was doing, there is actually a hidden push block here. I'm not surprised they changed that, because that's way too sneaky. There is a push block here, which gets you to this room that absolutely does not exist in... Oh, spooters. White spooters, apparently. And behind this push block is a switch. Is a button. That does something. Maybe properly fixes the trapdoors? No, it gets you to... What is this place? Okay, so basically you skip the room I was trying to get across? Or does that continue to something that fixes the room? That very much looks like a boulder room. Oh, boulders here. Where do you flee that? So the door is there, so you can't just jump above the tile and continue. So you have to deal with the boulder. Does that open? Is that the door? It is. So this opens. And there is another boulder on this side, because of course there is. Alright. How far down do we go with this? So they cut quite a bit in this area. Those boulders do not exist at all in Final. Nope, I'm dead. Okay, can't do that. I'm going to put a save state, that will be faster. Save state. I just go right here, I guess. There's another boulder here. Also, I got stuck in the boulder. Good job, me. Well, I guess that triggers the boulder. Alright, we can do that. So how far does that go? Okay, and you hide in this corner. So do you not fix the room then? What's up here? What the hell do we have here? There's a door downstairs. Oh, that's the dark room. They moved the dark room here. Well, it was here originally and they moved it up here instead. That's the dark room where the tiger is. Which we need to open somehow. Fascinating. Can I climb back up here? Wait, it's here. Yes, I can. That should be climbable if I want to. And here we have spikes for some reason. This is a different room. This is a new room as well. Well, an old room that was cut, rather. Okay, so this gate is an exit, then. This is the dark room. So you enter this completely differently. This room we are here right now is... let's go away. Is this room. It's just located completely differently. And this entire thing with the boulders here does not exist. So they cut an entire area that was here. And I guess it just leads back here, but we're actually much lower, I think, than final. It's possible that the 2 spindle we've seen is actually a recycle of this room as well. We'll see if we find this room later or not. Quite a bit of shuffle around. Okay, so we should have a switch somewhere. Here. Which is going to spawn a tiger. Yep. Which opens this. And what does that give me? Because that leads back where the boulder were. And what is the point? Is the room changed now? Second time I fall in this one. That hole does not exist in final. God damn it. Where did I save? Oh, well, I guess we'll redo the entire thing then. That's fine. Let's just go. Right. Oh, got a hit here. Right. So what does that give me? I can go grab the grenades that were at where the boulder were, but I don't particularly care. Is there any button here that I missed? It doesn't look like it. Let me just save state this. Alright, does that give me anything? Like, but do the trapdoor not break anymore? Nope. Okay. Let me just read this. Okay, so I guess in theory I should just be able to go past this if I want to. Did I possibly miss something in the dark room? I didn't exactly check if all the corners were... Oh! Oh, that's what changed. That's a flip map. All the slopes are now platforms. Completely missed that. Okay, so now that makes a lot more sense. So you just avoid the bridge. And step on all the slopes here. Right, so this gets us back to this ladder here. That's where we are. So this room has been moved to replace the one with the platforms, and I guess this was somewhere down here instead. So they cut this entire area behind the block. They kept the music trigger here, by the way. They kept the music trigger, interestingly. But, yeah. So instead you come here, you do the switch and you get to where I am currently, and we should get back to this room with the two spindles, which gets us on top of the hole. Just going to tank the damage, I've got plenty of med packs. Yeah, get to this room. The spindle had reflections in Tier 2 PlayStation Final, I think, which are not working in this version. Alright, and you get back up here. Bird. First bird we see. There should be more birds. There should have been more birds in this. But so far that's the first bird we've seen. Save this. Button on the timer. And that should lead us to the dragon room. Right, eventually. Yeah. So this trapdoor here is something that exists in Final. Oh, the texture is very different here. Something that exists in Final, it's a soft lock prevention. Basically, after that there's going to be a bunch of collapsible tiles, which is going to prevent us from going back in the big dragon room. Let me show you. And I'm going to say 90% of people that played this game have no idea that this room exists. So we are here, past the door. And we're going to go across this. Again, textures are very different. They're not less noisy, I guess, in final version. We find this texture here is on top of this platform. And here you have a bunch of collapsible tiles. So once that's broken, this is completely impassable. And you need to grab this in order to continue. Problem is you can get in this room with the dragon statue and leave without grabbing this. And if you do that, that's obviously a soft lock. So in order to prevent a soft lock, they make this trapdoor open, which leads to this room that goes above and allows you, it goes behind where the boulder is, and allows you to skip the corridor with the collapsible tiles. So that's in Final, and 90%, probably 95% of the players have never been in this room, ever. Because you would have to go out, go back to the hall, and repress the button, go through the door again, in order to find the trapdoor open. And nobody would do that. So we'll check if that room is identical. We'll try to do that later. Yeah, I'm not surprised they changed the textures because this is noisy. Visually noisy. So that texture is stretched for no reason. That's a bit of a mistake. You can see the room upstairs, by the way, if you pay attention. Just quick save this. Should be able to just... Well, not at this... with this timing, but... Wrong. That's not what I wanted to do. There you go. Should be able to do that. Skip the last two. So we're going to have raisable ties and then collapsible ties after that. One of those buttons raises the ties and the other opens the door at the end. There we go. Yeah, probably a good thing they changed those textures. Not sad about that. It is very noisy. There's spooders here in Final. Ah, there they are. Are they? There we go. Right, so that should trigger the flip map. Right. So let's do this dev intended. There's a few ways to traverse this room, but... Save state. Nope. And that's why you save state. Jump this. Guess we just long jump this. And then we've got the trampoline. Not a boulder, might as well let it through. Right, so we can keep climbing if we want to. What we want to is go up here. There should be a trampoline for that. I don't remember where. Down here. No boulder here. Yeah, no boulder, I guess. Right, so this should lead me up here. I think. Probably not like this. Mm. Alright, that's more like it. Bird. Nope, that was my ammo. I actually went through the using ammo. Actually starting to run out of ammo. Look at that. Surprising. I have been saving quite a bit of M16 ammo, to be fair. I didn't particularly check that all the levels were giving me all the secret rewards, given that they are given silently at the end of the levels. How do I get here? Do I just jump this? No. What's the deal with this? Oh, I probably don't jump this. I jump from here to here. There we go. Alright, and then over here. I think this jumping puzzle is slightly different in Final. This is not what I wanted to do. Can I climb this up? Yeah. That's a lot simpler. Oh, that's a boulder. Yeah, that boulder gets triggered downstairs instead. Okay, so this block... That's the same texture as the other push block that was hidden and they cut. As actually visible textures in Final. With a face engraved on top of the block. So this is a lot nastier here. Sneaky, sneaky. Can't see shit. That should be... yeah, that's the same. That's a trapdoor. And we get another boulder corridor. So we get back here. And if I want to see the softlock prevention room, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go through the door again. And now this trapdoor is open. This door is locked. And you get here. And we should have a tiger here, yes. I think there's like a pickup med pack or something. Or at least there is in Final. And you just get behind where the boulder was. And you get back here. And the bird spawns that did not before. For some reason. Anyway, I'm just going to reload. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. BRB. And I'm back. Alright, let me just reload. Alright, so now that we have the dragon head, we can just go back down here. That goes here. The dragon seal. Gets us to this room. Same geometry, different textures again. Alright, so same deal here as well. Gotta press all the switches. We find the texture with the head again here. Which is the texture that was on the... that would be on the block later on. They give us plenty of time for this. But to be fair, the correct switches are probably a lot less visible when you play on the actual PlayStation. Because I'm playing with like double resolution here. Yeah man, I'm not sad that they changed those textures. Some nasty alpha on those water texture as well. Let's just kill the fishy. Oh, it's a big double doors at the end of this corridor with the current instead of a single vertical door in final. And the switch is just right here. No, wait, that's a different switch sequence. What does... is that just... no, that opens this, okay. So the medpack is here. This sequence is the same, but this switch I just... the first switch I did does not exist in final. So they made this a bit simpler in final. Because you're kind of running out of hair here. Unless I miss a switch somewhere. In final you have a switch that puts the current back on. I might have missed air pocket actually. Maybe they put an air pocket here to compensate. Let's try this again. Let's explore a bit further. So this closes the current, which is coming from the door. In final you have a single vertical door, which is let's see if we can find that. Where are we? We are over here. So that's the corridor, and you have a single vertical trapdoor here. And so instead of this switch which opens the trapdoor here, a regular door here, which is what we have right now, this switch actually puts the current back on. So you go here, press this switch here, then press this switch here, and then you come back and you use the current to quickly get back to the air pocket. Well, let me get back to... So this puzzle is slightly different. Now we have a door. Oh, there's two switches. Okay. I missed one of the switches. That makes more sense. And that's what's probably more too confusing and actually longer to do here. This is final. Not grabbing that medpack. Don't have time for that. Doesn't look like there's an air pocket or anything like that. Yeah. So now I'm going to get stuck in the corner, because of course I am. And now you do this switch. And yeah, you don't really have time. This is really tight. Which should open the door again and give me the current. Yeah, that's too tight in this version. I'm not surprised they removed that intermediate door. Okay, so when you stop the current, actually, that also raises the water level in this room. So there is a couple areas you can access when that happens, including this, which has a couple grenades. Remember correctly? Cool. Grenades, med packs. Then you have this switch here, which should open the exit. Yep. Which again is a bit different because those are vertical doors, and in final it's a regular, it's a simple door. Not sure why they changed that. Like, yeah, it's a regular door with a regular corridor behind it, which leads to the same room. Why did they change that? No idea, but they did. So we're right under the moving walls trap. This also looks different. Oh yeah, this is different. Do we have anything else here? No. There's a fish here in final. But this area is different. Okay, fish is here. And we get to this tunnel. Okay, so what we have in final is one additional corridor here with spikes, which then leads to where we are, which is this corridor. We're right here right now, so this is missing in this version. There's nothing amazing to see, but that's a thing. There, in between. So we have a little bit of current here, which gets us to the key. So the key goes here. This is supposed to open. Am I missing a switch somewhere? Okay, we're supposed to open the trapdoors up here, but we're supposed to enter this area. And there's a switch here in final, I believe. Or is it already open in final? Uh-huh. I'm missing something here. Okay, we are... here. How do I open this in final? Because there's no switch here. Triggers. That is not triggers items. You can go away. Let me get back to where I was. Here. So this door. How do you open that? I don't remember how this works. I think that's already open when you arrive here. Items. Okay, so that closes the door. Yeah, just going through here opens the door. So we're missing a switch. Maybe. Or just those triggers do not work. Be a shame if we were soft locked because of that. So yeah, there's supposed to be... this door is supposed to open. So fish is going to kill me. We get air. Oh. Okay. They removed that. That's new. There's a little switch here. Bye. Not surprised they just turned that into triggers. Network manually, because that's a bit sneaky. Alright, so now you go here. Door is going to close behind you. And there's a switch right here. To reopen the exit and... Lara, please. Lara, what are you doing? Stop getting eaten. So that lets me out, and this is now open. Right. So is there any trace in final of this little switch room? Not really. This is part of a... this is just a room intersecting. So the switch room would be here. That does not exist anymore. This fish is persistent. Alright, giant spoilers. So we're going to put a regular save under save state. We're like halfway through the level-ish. Maybe a bit more. What time is it? Already been 2 hours on this, Jesus. That's one. Well, it's a lot easier to see them when they're white like that. But they're supposed to be white in final, because that's textured. Huh. Maybe they were supposed to be white in final. I thought that was a texture glitch, but no, that's textured. Huh. I'm going to run out of ammo. I need to run out of ammo with this as well. Got 41 fucking grenades though. Let me just get over here. Oh man, they're noisy. Jesus Christ. They're a bit creepier in white. Sounds are correct. But at least they're more visible. Oh shit, that's on me. Okay, the step sound is a lot creepier. That spawns another one, which I'm not sure spawns in final here. Alright, and you get back here and you get to the key. So not much different, aside from the color of the spooders. And this key goes all the way over here. So yes, somehow they actually cut stuff from this level. It was more complex originally. And it's already a pretty hairy level to begin with. It was actually worse, somehow. Alright, bridge here. We have a bird here in final, which is missing here. Should be tiger here. Do I have shotgun? I don't have a lot of shotgun, surprisingly. Excuse you. Thank you. Okay, they cut all of that. There's a bunch of jump slopes here, which do not exist in final. So again, they simplified. Even though, yeah, they much simplified this. You only have this jump slope here. There's like 3 or 4 more in this version. To be fair, it does not add much to the level, and I can just do that as well if I want to skip all of that. But then you're supposed to do jump slopes to go up, trampolines to go up, but there's a door up here that we probably want to open first. And there's a hidden item downstairs here. Let me see if I can get to that. Yeah. It's not a secret, but it's a bunch of Uzi ammo, I believe. Nope. I'm not dead. Oh, now I'm dead! That was weird. Possibly because it's not deep enough, so that did not immediately kill me, but as soon as I started moving, it did. Let's try this again. Interesting. That does kill you properly in Final. Okay, how do I get in there? Is it too far down? Can I not? Because I can't go any further, obviously. Yeah, it looks like it's not working. Also, I'm not dead, but can't do much with that. Okay, this... Oh, I was going to say, this does not kill me. At some point it decides that it kills me. So this might be inaccessible in this version. No big deal, you're not missing much, but basically it looks like this in Final. So you have the same ladder, and it looks like to be the same gap as well, so I'm not sure why it's not working. But yeah, you just get those Uzi, and then you can get back to the beach here. Not missing much. Not going to insist. There's a medpack here missing on this dead dude. Alright, so can we get to the medpack that's over there? Because this is too far to jump, so normally what you do is you drop here. What you are supposed to do, if the ladder was working, then you jump and grab the ladder. Except the ladder doesn't work. Same as Final. So you can't do anything with that, and they fixed that in Remaster. There's a medpack in that room, and that's all there is in that room. So yeah, I can get that. Open split doors here. I'm not going to shotgun that. Where did the bird go? Bird just left. So this is where you arrive if you jump from the secret... Oh, there you are. If you jump from the gold secret here. Right. Trampolines. So yeah, quite a few changes in this. Oh, that does not work. That is not... Oh, that works. Okay. There we go. There we go. Trampolines are always a bit finicky. There's also a bird here, I think in final, which we don't have here. Okay, different textures again. But otherwise pretty similar. So we're looking for the key that goes in here, which is going to be on top of the various dragons. So yeah, music triggers here, but actually the walls do not start moving until you get a bit further here. Bit anticlimactic if you notice. Hi, more walls. Alright. We've got a switch here. Don't remember what that gives me. That opens this door. Is there anything else on the other side? Oh, that's just where we come from. Alright. So keys here. And then you're just supposed to slide down the dragon. Nope. Should have jumped. I don't think they give you that camera angle in final. There you go. There's a broken surface texture here on top of the lava in final, which is not broken yet in this version. Trapdoor. And opens this trapdoor as well, so you can start climbing up. What are those platforms? Excuse you. Oh, calm down. Is this something to climb back up if you didn't grab the key? No, that goes back, but we're missing a texture here as well. What does that give me? I don't remember what this second dragon does. We're all the way up here. that texture is missing in final as well. Oh yeah, right, you just get back up here and then you get on that second dragon. So I guess if you go ahead and slide down here, you fall back here and you can jump across. Little issue is that this texture missing here. And that was already the case. So that hasn't been fixed in 2 months. Nobody noticed. Why is there a trigger that goes all the way here? Not sure what they were doing. Anyway. Right, so there's a bit of shenanigans with the fire platforms here, which is completely optional because for some reason they forgot that you can just get off the ladder here. Like they were expecting you to backflip on this platform, which has a switch which shuts down the fire, so you then jump from platform to platform. Except there's literally no point of doing that because you can just stop here and you're right where the ladder is. So someone didn't pay too much attention here. Wonder if the puzzle was different at some point. Right, so that gets you back up here, and then you go on the second dragon, which has the ladder that goes all the way to the exit. Textures are not working so well. The Z fighting is intense, but this is a level that's a pretty complex level, so I'm not surprised that the graphics start breaking down at this point. Right. So I don't expect any surprise here. This looks identical as well. Let's just save state. We might not finish this today. We're probably not finishing this today. I got whacked by the blade here. That's fine. So as usual, the in-game cutscene is not going to play because it's apparently missing from this version. No big deal. Yeah, just goes directly to the next level. Alright. We're missing... Oh no, it's all the way here. Okay, so they changed that a little bit. We start... All the rock stuff that's around this start is missing. Okay, this is what it looks like in final. If I can find it. floating.tr2. There we go. So there's a whole bunch of rock here. The position of the entrance seems to be the same. But there's a whole bunch of rock that goes all the way down here and then back here, which is missing here. You just start on a platform instead. Also, the background texture of the menu is not working in this level for some reason. Yeah, the start is quite different. So the rock just starts here. Oh, and there's a dude already spawned. So let me deal with that. Got quite a lot of M16 at least. Alright. Seems to be working just fine. I'll just do this. I should be able to long jump this and climb on top of the... Yeah. So that you can still do. And in final, there's like a bunch of invisible platforms here. Oh, hello. So let me see if we can still get that. If they were already present. Yes, they are. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Basically, if you look at TR view, you can see what I'm standing on right here. Like, it doesn't look like there's anything here, but if you switch to geometry, you can see there is actually a bunch of stuff here, which is just not textured. Might be a remnant of something else? Who knows? But it's here, and that's what I'm standing on. Can't actually jump from here to here because there's a wall. But, yeah. Bit funny. The randomizer likes to put stuff here, secrets and all that. Because why not? Hey Frenchy, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Right. So that part stayed. We have to grab the thing down here, and I don't remember if we actually need to press the switch at all in this. I don't think we do. No problem, mate. No problem. So yeah, probably not going to finish this today. Spend a lot of time in Xi'an. So I should be able to just do this. Nope. I was not far enough. Grab my save state. Well, this level was just as trippy in in the prototype than it is in final. Side jump should work just fine. Yeah, just do that. Fall here. And long jump this. Oh, look, more best viewers. you don't actually see them because Twitch sees them as likely ban evader. So it doesn't actually display. Alright, I don't see any significant changes here. Right, so those guys should just trigger here. At least one of them does. Nope, can get me. Where are you going? Well, they're just as tanky in this version than in Final as well. Oh no, we do need the switch to open this trapdoor. That's how this works, right? What is it? Okay, that's a bug they fixed. I remember there's like one version, it's called UK Box in Final, where you can do this. They use this version in the speedrun because you can just go through this trapdoor. So yeah, of course in this version of the prototype it's not fixed yet, but it's fixed in most Final version. And there's like one version of official release Tomb Raider where this is not fixed. There should be items here that are missing, some pickups. Hello. Just passing. Oh wait, there's a secret on top of the building that I should probably grab at some point. So I might want to go kill this guy. Let me get somewhere. I wonder if this guy has the signature kill animation that it has in Final. Let me just let myself get killed. Arrgh. Come on. You're not very good at this, are you? Bro. There you go. Yeah, you're not very good at this. They're a lot better at this in Final, I think. I feel like they're a lot more aggressive in Final. Okay, they have the animation, but Lara is not actually impaled on the spikes. So they have the animation on the enemy side, but not on the Lara side. So it was almost working. Let me just M16 this. We don't have all days. Thank you. Alright, so... how do I get on the roof again? Can I just do this? Nope, wrong direction. Oh, they have a forbidden slope here. I don't think that forbidden slope exists in Final. Okay, I think you just jump here then. Yeah. Right, so now we want to go downstairs here. We safe state that first. There's this. This is a fence door in Final. So a slightly different texture. Again, no big deal. But little change here. Little thing that was changed between now and Final. Right, so normally the trapdoor that I just jumped through earlier is opened by this switch that's inside the cage here. Not going to bother. Just going to work the same as Final. Does this guy wake up? There's additional ammo here as well in Final. We're missing quite a few pickups in this level already.
No.
Is that the wrong one? Okay, I think they are called Mystic Plague A and Mystic Plague B in Final. They have different names. Right. What level? Floating Island F. So also not that many iterations on this. There should be a dude here, which either is not spawned or decided. Oh, there it is. Off you go. Alright, secrets behind here. Can I get in, please? Ah, please. There we go. Hello. Feel like the geometry is more permissive in Final here. Like, I get stuck on all sorts of rocks here. Right. Second secret. That platform is not here in... Oh, okay. If you look here, we're missing... There's a couple things here. First of all, we're missing a barrier on this bridge and also on the bridge below. And there's a rock platform which... and a slope here, which makes me think we were supposed to go down there this way. In Final, you're supposed to use the wire instead. So that was changed. That was made harder in Final. If I go back here, disable geometry so we see what we're doing. The slope exists. The rock platform down there do not. And the bridge is complete. Also, there's a broken texture here. But the bridge is, there's no missing barrier. So interesting that this was the way to do that originally. And they decided to remove that and just make you use the wire instead. Huh. Although I guess you could also fall and... Actually no, you cannot shimmy this because there's a... You cannot shimmy on top of this. Anyway. Where were we here? Kinda want to try this now. The models are different as well, by the way. say this. So if you do this, that's far. Where does the slope lead? Slope is not going to be any safer. So do I just fall here? What's my health? Health is fine. Okay, you can do that. If you want to. Might just get away from this. I'm just going to press the switch. Oh! He got me before I got there. We just let's stay together. Of course I didn't heal, so of course he killed me fast. Okay, we know we can do it that way. Let's just do it the final way, where you just go to the wire instead. Nope. Good job, me. Also the boulder is here with me. Let's try this again. Now, please. There we go. Dude waiting here. I think there's like ammo downstairs in final. We don't particularly care. So you just take this. And drop on the bridge. Is the safe way to do that. And how you do it in final. I'm solved. We should spawn the other two, but we're just going to run away from that. Is this slightly different? No, I think that's pretty much the same. Position, the geometry might be slightly different to get there. Those guys are loud. So you can just do that. Could have shimmied to not take damage, but otherwise we don't particularly care either. Then you can go up here. We can go up here. There you go. And get back around. The dev intended way is to climb here and continue. You can just jump above the roof actually, if you want to. So now we're just going to go back here. And hopefully the wire is going to reset, otherwise we're going to have a soft lock. Okay, we might have a soft lock. Interesting, so there should be a trigger somewhere that resets the wire. And that might be why we were intended to go on the bridge differently. Might have to restart the level because of that, actually. So this wire here, zipline, is reset when you walk here. So we did go here to take this zipline, but clearly this trigger is missing here. Maybe there was no trigger for this at this point in development. So now we're soft locked. Also, there is a med pack here in final. So I might have to reset this actually, because now I can't continue unless we can enter from the rock ledge actually. Except I can't get there from here. I might actually be soft locked here, because I cannot leave this without the zipline. Alright, what's the last save we have down here? I guess in theory we might be able to jump from here to here. That's a bit far, but we might be able to. Let's try it. Need to open this first. How far is this? That looks like it might be possible, but definitely not an intended jump. Where did I last save? We might have to redo the level. Yeah, I think we have to redo the level. So we have to go on this bridge by falling on there. We can't use the zipline, because then we can only use the zipline once in this version. Alright. Well, let's go back. Let's go back there then. At least we know how this is supposed to work now. It's a good thing that they force a save and keep a save slot at each level start. That's what I get for not saving in different slots in my save states. Excuse me, just trying to get the secret. There we go. Man, this is laggy. It is a big open area, so no surprise. Hi. Goodbye. You can stay up here. Forever. state. Climb this. Since I did not go on top of the cage, this guy is probably never going to activate.
No.
Wrong one. Yeah, it doesn't auto-select the correct one, which is something it does in Final, I believe. Let's get this guy down here. Go. Get the secret. And we'll go straight downstairs from the secret, I think. We should be able to do that. Can I? Please. Thank you.
Aha.
Alright, can we go downstairs from here? Right, can I mean, that works. Let's just go with that. I think I'm just going to straight press the lever. You're in the way. Thank you. There you go. Saving a bit of ammo, because those guys are quite tanky. And now we should be able to use the zipline to get into the main room. So the zipline doesn't reset, apparently. Oh, I was not soft locked in on the platform. I could have gone down here and up here again, because there's an opening here. So in Final here you have a med pack, which is missing. I should be able to just jump this. There you go. And now we can continue. Not sure when this guy spawns. When this guy decides to trigger. Apparently not right now. Just going to stay like that forever. Just passing. Why is there a texture here? That's interesting. Okay. So this part seems to be identical as well. We have the shuriken traps down here. Oh, it's supposed to break. It's like a window. Okay. They removed that in Final. Probably because it's glitchy when you try to go through the zipline, which kind of ruins the entire point. Oof. Camera, please. Okay, there's a floating guy. Oof. Camera, what are you doing? There's a camera. There's a floating guy somewhere, and I don't know where he is. Also, I think there's supposed to be ammo up here, which I do not see right now. So this should open the trap door in the waterfall of lava. No, it gets the block down. This block here. Trying to remember how this level works. Right, so you can go down here now. Probably could have done that without taking fall damage, but that's fine. Got plenty of medkits. Now that opens the trapdoor. Right, so we saw that in the first level. Those are throwing like shurikens instead of discs, which is weird because they're not rotating, they're just moving like arrows. The same trap in the first level has the sound effect of Tomb Raider 1 arrow traps. There's a dude over here. Well, if he's not coming here, I don't care. Be able to just jump in here. What's this? There's like shotgun ammo here in Final. Missing quite a few pickups. Quite a few pickups in this level. And so this stops the blades. Don't know if that's on a timer or not. I never particularly tried to check. So now that we're here, we can jump above. Oof, that almost made me fail. And we need to go through that, and in order to open that, we just go through this switch. Nothing too fancy. Alright. So this room. It is possible to not get stuck in the room below by doing a fake grab at a proper angle to end up on the platform on the side. I'm not going to try because I never really managed to do it. So instead we're just going to do this. Okay, so in final we have the cult members. The guys that throw shurikens. Waiting for you in this room. Clearly missing here. Those guys. Knife throwers. With the cool glasses. So they're not present here. I wonder if they will be present in the final level. Oh, they are. Let me just nade you. Let's see if the grenade launcher works. They're throwing mouse cursors at you. That's a classic. Yeah, I have problems with getting the grenade launcher to work at all. It doesn't look like it's doing much damage at all. Yeah. Grenade launcher worked on some enemies early in the game, but I tried in further levels and it just doesn't work anymore for some reason. So I've got 50 grenades and I'm never going to be able to use them because they do shit. Not sure why. So I guess they come from the tunnel behind. They're already roaming around the cage when you play this normally. When you play that in the final game. Or are they coming from behind? Oh no, they just fucking spawn. What the hell? What the? What the hell is going on? What were they? Oh, hello. Clearly they were trying to do this differently, but that sequence doesn't really work as it is right now. Also, they're supposed to drop stuff and they're dropping nothing, and I'm going to have an ammo problem at this point if that continues. What? Did I die? I think I might have died. It just instantly puts me into the loading screen. Okay, this is getting weird. Let's try this again. Okay, no, that's weird. Okay. Not sure what's going on. Let's try this again. I hope we're not in a weird soft lock because the level is broken or something like that. Hello. Okay. Let me save. Because I just died trying to cross here earlier. Yeah. Something's wrong here. I saved here. I guess the floor is lava or something. That's broken. That's slightly broken. We might be soft-locked. I'm trying to leave from this side. They're falling down. I think the floor is not solid. I think we have a problem here. Huh. Well, that's a bit of a problem because we need to get to the switches in order to continue. And that also instantly kills me here. Well... Not much I can do about that. That might be why those guys are teleporting in. They were maybe... Like, I feel like the area around here with the trapdoors is just completely broken. Yeah. That just instantly kills me. I don't think I can jump to this platform. I can try. But that's not going to help me if I can't continue. I might have to try the level skip. Yeah. Well, I would like to finish this though. I would be sad if we can't at least get to the next level. Yeah, I can't reach that. Okay, how do you do the skip level cheat in on PS2, on PS1? I don't know if it even works. Okay, it should be the same as PC. Okay. So get the flare. Forward, backward. Okay, it works. So at least we can continue. That's the first, like, soft lock I couldn't find my way around. We've got a couple more soft locks in previous levels, but that's the only one I couldn't just go around. Okay, so this level just starts the same way, it looks like. So that means at least if I have a problem with ammo, I can just spawn a bunch of ammo as well. Alright, final switch is already here, I don't need to go through the other ones. Again, I think there's supposed to be ammo pickups in this room that we're missing. Hello. Get fucked. And again, they're also supposed to drop stuff, and they're not. Not the mouse cursors. Come back here. Alright, so there's just one guy that has something that is the key. Everyone else is just... Puzzle 17, apparently. So this was not quite ready either. Alright, this looks like identical to final. Let me heal, let me save. Let's see if the dragon works. Oh, there's a slope here in final. Alright, so we have a door here. Like final. Which is where the... He's supposed to come from. Nothing here. Animation. Oh, I guess it's just not working and the door is already open. So I guess the dragon was not ready. So they just give you the exit. Because it's not ready. Okay, there's supposed to be a whole bunch of ammo and med packs down here as well. This is where you go down to remove fire. If you can't catch fire, but yeah. So 2 months before release, final boss is not working yet. And you can just leave. Dragon's Lair X. Does the FMV work? Because there's an FMV after that. And then you have Home Sweet Home. Yeah, no FMV.
On the surface, the direction keys move me about, and the jump button makes me dive underwater.
Random
At the edge of the
tutorial
pool, I can climb
dialogue.
out by using the action button.
That's not the correct sound file to play here.
On the surface, the direction keys move me about, and the jump button makes
Okay,
me...
I think it's just playing that on loop because that's the... Oh, I keep my ammo, by the way. That's the ambient sound, so that's going to be annoying real quick. Gun
At the edge
cupboard
of the
key.
pool, I can climb out by using the action button. On the surface, the direction keys move me about.
That's going to be
The jump
annoying
button
real
makes me
quick.
dive underwater. At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by using the action button. On the surface, the direction keys move me
On the
about,
surface.
and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by using the
Then
action button.
giving me a lot less ammo. Is that just single packs?
On the surface,
That's
the
just single
direction keys
packs.
move me about,
How much ammo do I have? 20. Jesus Christ,
and the jump
that's
button
not going
makes
to
me dive
work.
underwater.
I'm not going to kill everyone with 20 shells. We're going to have a
At
problem
the edge
real
of the
quick
pool,
here.
I can climb out by using
Okay,
the
the
action
guy that
button.
spawns here is not spawning.
On the surface, the direction keys
So maybe
move
they
me
just
about,
put
and the jump
fewer
button makes me
enemies.
dive underwater. At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by using the action button.
Okay, I'm getting shot at.
On the surface, the direction keys move me about,
Hello.
and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the pool,
Unless they
I can climb
spawn,
out
they
by
give me
using
some
the action
ammo as
button.
well.
On the surface, the direction keys move me about, and the jump button
Yeah, I've
makes
already
me dive
wasted most of my
underwater.
ammo.
At the edge of
Almost.
the pool, I can climb out by using the
So
action
that's
button.
going to be a problem to finish the game. I might just use the cheat.
On the
if we
surface,
can't,
the direction keys move me about, and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the pool,
We run
I
out
can
of
climb
ammo.
out by using the action button.
I'm just going
On the
to heal.
So,
Home Sweet Home H.
surface, the direction keys move me about, and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by using
Okay,
the
this
action
is
button.
completely dark. Can't see shit, Captain.
On the surface, the direction keys move me about, and the jump button makes me dive underwater.
Did you know that on the surface
At
the
edge of
direction
pool,
key
I can
move
climb
her
out by
about?
using the action button. On the surface, the direction keys move me about, and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the
So there's
pool,
enemy
I
that
can
spawn
climb
in the
out by
back
using the action
here.
button.
In final, but it looks like, yeah, they removed a lot of
On
enemies.
the surface, the direction keys move me about.
I don't know where the
and jump
boss
button makes
is.
me dive underwater. At the edge of the
But
pool,
he's not
I can
around
climb out
here.
by using the action button.
So maybe that's just unfinished and there's no final boss. I doubt
On
they
the
put it in the
surface,
labyrinth, that
direction
would be
keys
silly.
move me about, and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by using the action button. On the surface, the direction keys move me about and the jump button makes me dive underwater. At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by
So
using the
what
action
now?
button.
We just soft-locked out of the end of the game because it's not finished. Possible.
On
Let
the
me
surface,
check the ballroom.
the direction keys move me about and the jump button makes me dive
Real
underwater.
quick.
At the edge of the pool, I can climb out by using the action button. On the surface, the
Let me
direction
just activate
keys
the
move me
music,
about
that will at
and the
least
jump
change
button
that.
makes me dive underwater.
Thank you. Thank you, that's better than the tutorial sound. Tutorial speech. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone else is spawning. Okay, so normally the button inside the labyrinth does nothing because the labyrinth is missing from the vault room, the treasure room is missing from this map. So I can go in the labyrinth if I want to. Those textures are wrong. I wonder if someone put those textures for testers to actually know where they're supposed to go. That's possible. I'm curious to see where those textures go. Because this is not how I do the labyrinths normally. Yeah, that's a path. Someone... That's interesting. Yeah, it goes to the end. That's not the fastest way to go there, but it goes there. Someone put that on the map just to make sure that testers wouldn't get lost. So the flares are here, just like in the tutorial level. The door works. Huh. Does not in final. I'm going to need more flares, please. Yeah, it's faster to go this way anyway. Not sure if it's particularly faster the way I'm going, but and I think I got lost. Yeah, I fucked that up. There we go. Might be too late now. Yep, slightly too late. Did I save that? Let's try this again. Nope. Good thing I put a save here. Let's try this again. I thought they put the final boss in the vault room. That would be silly. I like that I actually put textures to show the path. That's pretty hilarious. I wonder if that was actually supposed to stay there in one of the versions. Or if that's just something they put for testing. Come on. Right, let me drop a save. A flare, please. Can I please get flares? Thank you. Okay, let's follow the path. It might be faster. Wasting time because I'm not jumping when I'm supposed to. Come on. So that was the exit. Not going to have time again. Now we're good. Well, Vault is here. And there's nothing to do here. So that doesn't help me. I can check the attic, I guess. I haven't checked the attic. And I need to press twice. There you go. Let me just check all the rooms. But yeah, maybe there's just no end level trigger. For this. Well, I thought we wouldn't finish today. It looks like we did finish today. Thought Floating Island would take me longer. But then again, I had to skip a part of it, so... Yep, there's no one here. I can just do the level skip again. But that's just going to end anyway. So yeah. Looks like that's it. What happens if I save? Do I get a New Game Plus? Yes, please. Did I break the save files by saving after the final level? I think I might have. Welp. Rip my saves. Well, given the time it is, I'm just going to stop it here for today. Thanks everyone for watching. We're going to play Tomb Raider 3 prototypes next Sunday. That's going to be fun. This was like... This prototype we played was 2 months before release. There's another one that's a bit earlier. Well, that's a bit later, I mean. That's between this one and release. So I don't expect there's much point in playing the prototype that's between this one that's 90% complete and final game. Not going to see much differences, I expect. So we're just going to go straight to the tier 3 prototypes, where we have prototypes that are much earlier than this. There's a prototype all the way to August. So that's going to be a lot more interesting. We're probably going to play multiple prototypes of tier 3. And then I need to dig if we can. I think there are some prototypes for tier 4 as well. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. XCOM on Saturday and Tomb Raider 3 prototypes next Sunday. Have a nice one.